Welcome to the Brickfilm Panel. My name is Barbecue Brickfilm Productions.
And I am ETR Films, and we are bringing you a quality Brickfilm podcast every fortnight from the land down under.
And we hope you enjoy the show.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Brickfilm Panel. This is episode 3.
Hello.
And I am Barbecue Brickfilm Productions.
And I am not ETR Films.
And
I am Huxley Berg Studios.
Hey.
yeah, this is our first guest, Hux of Huxley Berg Studios. Welcome to the
The
episode.
first.
We have a famous
It
person
is
on.
very nice to be here.
Yeah, it's very nice to
Thank
have
you
you.
for-
I am
joining
shaking
us.
with excitement.
Of course you are.
Yeah, so thank you for joining us for this episode. And
But of course,
let's just get things started.
Yeah. Where do we
I
begin?
agree.
So this episode will be this time we'll have our first creator spotlight. So we'll be talking to
Yes.
later this episode. I will be talking to Hux about his Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 final trailer recreation.
We are.
Woo!
Yeah, and but first we'll do our topic chat.
Yes, we will.
And what
What's
is
the
the
topic
topic
for today? Oh my god.
Well,
There you go.
first topic is
Trigger.
was submitted on Instagram. Just check who it was. We should probably be a bit more prepared for this.
Preparation, who needs that?
It was a Lego boy on the interwebs.
There you go.
It was
Answer.
Phoenix Films official.
Yes.
Phoenix Films official. Love him.
Yeah.
Great
I do
person.
too.
So he asked, how can we improve brick film quality? So how to improve your quality of your brick films. I think he means not only just animation, but I think more of the cinematography too. So we can go into that.
Alright.
Okay.
And
So what was the question again? I wasn't paying attention.
just
Improving
I
brick
think
film
I got
quality.
it, but just in case, say the whole thing over again. I wasn't listening.
Yeah. Rip.
he said, okay, Phoenix Films official asks, how can I improve brick film quality? So we can,
Where do we begin with this?
I think, just beginning with the basics, I guess. Like,
The technicalities.
yeah, how did you go from becoming, basic brick filmer? How did you start making brick films you're proud of, pretty much?
Well, I started animating on a desk. That was one of the first things.
Yeah,
Animating
For a
on the
long
floor.
time in the beginning, I animated on the carpet floor.
that's what I was doing. My first brick film I did, I animated. I did it before I went to school, and it was just no lighting at all. So it was it was 6 a.m, all black.
Yes.
Yeah. I think we all started there
Yeah,
once.
and
Wow.
pretty much, I think the way I found just improving is just practicing the techniques over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I think
And boosting up the FPS.
Yeah,
oh yes.
my first.
Once you get to like 15, that's when you can,
It's when you're set for life.
Yeah,
Well then again,
Yes.
there's some really good animations at like 10 FPS
yeah,
that I've seen.
I know.
Yeah, a very wise man with the name of Forcefire still actually shoots a little bit in 15 frames per second.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he talked about it on Twitter. He said, I think some of his Suicide Squad was 15.
Don't
and
mention
he
that
said-
name.
Oh yeah, but he says sometimes he still does 15 frames because he says it's more about the animation than how fast the frame rate is.
True.
That's
A
true.
lot of people, when they start, they think you need the highest frame rate possible.
Yeah.
I know the Lego Movie Maker app that they've got on the phones, that only goes up to 10 FPS, and I've seen some good things made with that.
Really?
Yeah,
That only goes to 10?
yeah,
Yeah.
surprising.
I made one with the Lego Movie app back in whatever it's called, back in 2013.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I did it in 3 FPS. I'll send it to you later.
My first films were done at 5 FPS.
Oh,
Mine was also 5.
Then I started experimenting with 12.5 FPS. That was kind of when I started getting more, experience. And I think 2014, I just moved to 15 FPS and I just stayed there ever since.
you guys have nothing on
Yeah.
me. I've done it on 1.5 frames per second. I know.
That's terrible.
It's brilliant.
So
I've lost the file, unfortunately.
yeah, because I used to pretty much my first films were just like one of my earliest films. Apart from that one, I did at 6 a.m. once. I used to film in the hallway of my house on a chair, animating.
Oh.
Yeah, and that was I was using a handy cam at the time, so the camera quality was really like
Brilliant.
pixelated.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, the video quality was good.
Brilliant.
The video quality was good. The still quality was really bad.
Nice.
And I was using that
Yeah.
for a long time till I
Good.
got a Logitech webcam. I think also,
Yeah.
just try and when you improve the quality of your photos, just greatly improves the look of your brick films too.
Definitely.
Quality
Yeah.
is very important.
I mean, at the moment, I'm using a Nikon D3200, and that's just got really good quality pictures, and I'm really happy with that.
Oh yeah, you can never really go wrong with a camera.
No, not really.
Camera.
But these,
I started with the iPhone, and I started at 5, and then I went to 9, and then 12 FPS. But
The iPhone
Definitely.
looks decent though.
yeah, well,
the iPhone did look decent. After a while, I definitely was like, okay, I need a camera. Like, I can't just keep doing the iPhone stuff.
Yeah. Nice. Yes.
But the iPhone is not bad.
nah, especially these days, they got really good quality cameras.
They
yeah,
do
definitely.
indeed.
And
You've made some pretty good stuff with it, gotta say.
I've never tried using a phone or anything like that for brick filming, so I can't really judge. But I have seen some good ones out there. There was one I saw. It was entered. Does anyone remember when Fancy Pants used to do his competitions?
I
ago?
do.
Not.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
A couple of years ago, he used to do these contests every month, and there was one. And there was the winner filmed his. It was a Western film done like the silent film types from the early 1900s, and he just
Alright.
used that with
Okay,
it.
I dig it.
Yeah, and he just used a iPhone with that.
Mhm.
So it can, produce good results, but
Definitely.
Yeah. So I guess just the first step is just improving the quality of your pictures, because even if you're shooting at 5-10 frames per second, your visuals will look a lot better if you're using a good lens.
Indeed. And they got lenses and stuff for the iPhones
Yeah.
too.
They do?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Oh, they got all of that crazy stuff.
Although I have
Getting high tech now.
seen one technique is to get a Lego magnifying glass and put it over the lens, and
I've done that a couple times.
apparently,
for
I've tried
very
doing that,
close-up shots.
and it
Yeah.
doesn't work for me.
yeah,
Just makes everything blurry.
sometimes
Yeah,
it works, but
I did a Logan poster for my Instagram.
okay.
I recreated one, and I used the magnifying glass so I could get this super high def picture of the Lego minifigure, because it's the poster where it's just his face in frame.
Okay.
Oh yeah. And getting good angles in brick films improves. I think it improves in brick film a lot.
Yeah.
It's all in the
Definitely.
like, for example, I know there's a lot of brick films out there that use an iPad. Yes, it is quite hard to film with it, but it's always the angle looking down at the characters.
Yeah. I mean, in my earlier videos I was filming on a tripod, and because my desk was lower, it would always have a kind of an angle looking down, and it kind of felt very out of place. So if you're gonna now I've started putting the camera on the tabletop, and that just made that was what I've been doing for my latest videos, and it kind of makes you feel like you're actually in the scene as opposed to looking at it from a perspective. And that's another good technique. Just experiment with different camera angles and placement of your camera.
Yeah. What I have is I have my table, and then I have my tripod separate. And I have the tripod on the ground, and the camera on that. And I basically I bring the tripod down to where it's level with like the base plate.
Okay.
And I do stuff like that basically.
Okay. Another thing with our camera techniques is also framing is really important too. A lot of people, what they do is they just get the camera and just place a minifigure right in the middle and just animate. And I think you need
a lot of iPad. I think a lot of iPad.
Picking on the iPad uses so much.
We can add them to the list of people we've offended in this podcast.
But like with that, there's not a lot you can really do. So it's a lot of wide shots of characters, and especially during dialogue bits, you know, you might get the occasional arm movement, but you know. Yeah.
Also with camera angles, I think if you try and do things where you're looking at it diagonally instead of just flat on, you can kind of create a better sense of scale as well, which is important in brick films, because a lot of brick films you kind of can tell they're in a studio. You can and if you sometimes what I've noticed is if you turn the camera a bit diagonal, it gives a perspective that makes it feel like it's in a larger environment.
Interesting.
And I guess animation techniques, I think the most important is easing in and easing out.
Definitely.
A lot of people just underestimate that, and I think a lot of people are under the impression when they first start off animating is to use the smallest movements in the
for each time,
and it looks good, but doesn't look realistic.
Robotic movements is try to avoid that.
One thing I've kind of experimented with is finding out with easing and easing out, I kind of go by fifths or fives usually, or by odd numbers. So if I want something a standard movement, I'll use 5 movements: small, medium, large, medium, small movements. And then if I want something to be a bit quicker, or if there's a smaller movement, I'll use 3 instead of 5. Or I just experiment with different odd numbers to get the right speed I need. And I guess really, if you put in, easing out, your brick films will look a lot better. It will look more realistic, because in real life you don't move at the same speed, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
Any other techniques?
It just flows better too, you know.
So, any other techniques you could recommend, or?
I've got one, but I forgot it, so I'm just trying to think.
I think having a good established running and walking animation.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not good at that.
I'm very bad at doing running animation.
So am I.
Because I just don't know how to, like, it's not clicked yet.
Nah.
But I think once you have a solid, like, walk and run cycle, you can really...
You're set.
Yeah. Brick film, one of the brick films we reviewed the last episode, the Egyptian holiday one. The running in that brick film, we talked about it. It was just so good. It flowed really well and looked extremely realistic. And
he nailed that.
Yeah. And if you can really improve your walk cycles and run cycles, it would just make your brick films look a lot better.
And a lot easier
Yeah.
for you in the future of making brick films, I guess.
When I started,
Oh yes.
when I started, I would just practice walk cycles, run cycles, over and over again until I could get the hang of it, and just it feel natural to me.
And then I guess look up tutorials if you're
Yeah.
stuck. It's not too many
There's
tutorials.
a lot of really good. There's a lot of really good tutorials on
Yeah,
YouTube.
Yeah,
there's not a lot, but they're good if you find one.
The ones that there are.
there's one really good one by an animator, Doug Vandergrift,
Yes.
and he did this whole one about walking, and he did the different styles of walking, even a comical style of walking. He was a really good animator and really good at tutorials, but I don't think he does any animations anymore.
I know the Lego Group has done a stop motion series.
Yeah.
How to video series.
Yeah, that's a good one to
Which
check
is
out.
it's kind of basic because this is for younger people.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of really good stuff in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're working at 10 frames per second to work with the app.
Right.
Yeah. And I think if you're animating at 15 frames per second and you're finding your quality not that good, I don't think there's any harm in dropping down to 10 frames per second or 12 frames per second just to get the hang of, what you're doing. Just to, just really experiment with a lower frame rate before you go into a higher frame rate.
Don't animate at 3 FPS like me, or 1.5.
Yeah. But you should definitely not rush into anything too quickly.
Yeah, I think
Because then it could just look very fast and
someone from my
just
school, they said that they tried doing a stop motion at 60 frames per second,
No.
Wow.
and they said it was almost impossible. And
It's not worth it though.
yeah, just it's
that sounds like physical death.
yeah.
It's
Just thinking, it's just it would not be. It would be just even films aren't shot at 60 frames per second, or some are, but
No. I've seen
the
one
weird
at
ones.
48
yeah,
FPS, but that's like
This is the Hobbit, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
the high frame
Yeah.
rate ones.
Yeah, and it just made everyone like nauseous.
Yeah. Most are filmed at 29 frames per second, I think. It's like 30, something like that.
Yeah.
or 24 FPS.
Yeah, so don't
Even then, I think that's
rush into something crazy like that, or otherwise you're just gonna fall flat on your face.
Yeah.
Another one is
kill
anticipation, I
yourself.
like. That's a good technique.
anticipation, like as in
Well, not in the story sense of anticipation, but more of the animation. Let's say someone's kicking a soccer ball, and if he kicks the ball without actually, just without moving any of his other, body parts like arms and all that, then it's going to look slightly fake.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a really good tutorial. I forgot who it was by though, and it pretty much just showed the different movements of the arms and the setting up the shot and all that, and then kicking the ball, and it looked really good. And it was shot at 15 frames per second. But when you compare it to a kick without any anticipation, the kick without anticipation looks so bad. But they were shot in the same frame rate.
Yeah. Animation is more important than frame rate, I guess.
Kind of. I mean, if you are animating at 10 frames per second, let's say, and you are able to implement easing and easing out, anticipation, a good walk-run cycle, your films could look as good as someone animating at 24 frames per second.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was one animator that I really liked animating at 20 frames per second, and he just used all the techniques really well, and it looks so realistic, and he's not animating anymore.
No.
Yeah. Have you heard of this guy, Brickfilms?
Oh no, he quit.
Did he quit?
Did he? I thought he didn't.
I don't know, because he announced a Star Wars film and he just hasn't worked on it. And he was a really good animator. And he was like one of the first friends I made in the community. I was talking about this on Twitter actually. But the thing is, he was such a great animator, and he made his films look so realistic. There was one with a zombie attack one, which I really liked. And it looked so realistic, and he was animating at 20 frames per second. But I have seen someone else animate at 20 frames per second, and it was really
Not
unrealistic. Yeah.
That makes sense.
So it just really depends on how realistic you can make your films look, as opposed to a higher frame rate.
Right.
Yep.
And then you got editing, and then that's a whole other. No.
Oh, editing. Have good editing.
Yeah. I think editing is where the main battle of the film is done. The animating isn't that bad. It's the editing.
Yeah. I say about 75% of the time I spend on my videos is on editing.
Yeah.
Editing's my favorite part of making a film.
Yeah, I think after a while it does get a bit tedious. But
yeah,
if you can put in good editing, good visual effects, if you are using them, that can make your brick film look a lot better.
You can use practical effects as well.
Yeah.
There's some great films out there that, they don't use like stock footage or whatnot made from the editor. They just do it with actual Lego bricks or even just stuff around the house.
Yeah.
I think you were gonna try to do that at one point, right, Ethan?
No.
No?
No, because obviously I rely way too much on post.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I do is that when I'm writing an idea or something, I try and keep in mind my limits with visual effects and all that. Or in animating as well. If I'm writing something and I know it will be extremely difficult to animate, then I'll try and water it down a bit so it's not as difficult.
Mhm.
And that's another good tip I can give you, the person who asked the question, Phoenix Films. Just don't over don't what's the word for it? Don't
Overestimate,
but don't bite off more than you can chew in animating.
Yeah.
And I think I've tried to keep that in mind, but I've always wanted to do a recreation, but I just think I would not have the skill at the moment to do that.
I've always wanted to do a recreation from like when I was probably 11 or something, and I didn't have the skill until probably, I think it's 2016. So, Rip.
Yeah.
Yay.
I've always been doing
Time
recreations.
sucks.
They just weren't good.
The recreations look great, Hux. I remember the one that
Well,
you made
not at the beginning.
the Age of Ultron trailer 3. That's when I first met you.
That was, yeah, I remember sending that to you. I think it was Akash and Jonathan? I don't know.
Jonathan.
Yes, but I remember sending that to you guys, and I remember, Ethan, you were like, oh, this guy's actually pretty good.
Oh. You are, though.
Yeah, I mean, that
You've
video
got like
is
30k subscribers
garbage.
now.
Well, yeah. But there's always room to improve.
Yeah. Also depends on how long you've been animating, I guess.
Yeah, I'd say I've been animating for 3 years now.
Okay.
I started in the middle of, 2, kind of. I started in the middle of 2014.
Okay.
So
I mean, I'm kind of an older animator.
Old.
Well, I started 2012 and I didn't set up a channel till 2014. And I neglected it a lot in those, well, not those days, but I think more 2015, 2016, I neglected it a lot. And that was probably because I was in my last 2 years of high school, so I kind of had a lot more on my plate than brick filming. But
right.
looking back at it, I should have spent more time animating, because I feel like for the amount of time I've spent animating, I haven't achieved the level that I had hoped to achieve. But I at least, you know, I'm animating at my own pace and able to do things that I can do and I'm happy with. So that's,
Yeah.
I guess, as long as
You still have time.
Rip.
yeah.
Don't make me think of that movie. I accidentally spoiled it for one of my teachers who wanted to see the movie, so he banned me from entering his office now.
Oh. Rest in peace, your grade.
Yep.
Uh,
There you go.
Meanwhile, at our school, we found out a way to give our teachers vodka.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, yeah, that was fun.
What? To get grades or something?
No, not to get grades, just because we managed to, you know, trick him into drinking it.
Oh no.
I'm not sure that's illegal. I don't know.
Well, we were
It
set.
doesn't sound too legal.
Nah.
I mean, in Australia, it's not illegal unless you get caught.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well,
it's
he
Australian.
technically he asked for it, so.
Well,
Hello?
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 what?
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, it just all
I thought
went.
you cut out.
It just all went quiet for a second.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something to say after well, and then,
Well, rip.
you know.
Yeah, just it pretty much started when me and a couple of guys tried to make homebrew cider,
Okay.
and that failed. And the teacher wanted to try it, so we gave a glass to him, but we snuck in all this vodka into it.
Oh no.
Yeah, fun times, fun times.
Yeah, that's so mean.
And he retired that year too.
Oh. Wait, was that in
That
high
sounds about
school?
right.
Is this in high school?
High school, yeah,
Not
year
uni?
12 last year. So
Oh. I was gonna say maybe in university that's what happens, but
oh, university at the lectures. I went to a lecture and they were just had a table giving out all this free wine.
how do we get from lectures in university to? No wait, it was the opposite way around. How do we get from brick filming to lectures in university?
I don't know.
Fine wine in the...
It was Logan, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's always Logan.
Yeah,
What a good movie.
yeah, it was such a good movie. I mean, I only saw it once though, but it'd be good to see again.
I need to see it again. Me too.
Just,
It's not in the cinema over here anymore.
I think it might still be in mine because my cinema keeps movies on for a really long time.
That's good.
Like they released a last year. They released a Beatles documentary in the cinema, and
So you said B movie
No, no.
documentary for a second.
oh no, Logan's gone from the cinema.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, they got Dance Academy on.
He's
Oh,
also
yes.
physically gone from cinema, Logan.
Yeah,
Oh no!
well,
Until they recast him.
they can't
True.
recast him. They can't.
Well,
Why come
they
not?
can. Technically, they can.
They can, but it wouldn't work.
Oh,
I mean,
probably would. I mean, it's happened to Spider-Man for 3 times.
yeah,
But he's not Spider-Man. He's been playing this character for 17 years.
yeah. I think
True.
the first.
How long did he's been in like 8 X-Men movies? Tobey Maguire was in like 2 good ones and 1 awful movie.
Oh, no.
Andrew Garfield was in 2 awful movies, and then Tom Holland was in Civil War
Yeah.
and Spider-Man: Homecoming, which could go either way.
Yeah.
I don't have high hopes for Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I don't like the trailers. And
True.
The trailer showed a lot.
every time I go online, I see like a new headline about the movie spoiling something, and I'm like,
Dank
literally,
memes.
if I keep looking at these, and I've been avoiding them, but it's just annoying. Like, they're just telling everyone what the movie is exactly because they're scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to the Vulture, and that's about it.
Yeah. Michael Keaton
I like
in it.
Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
Yeah, he was good.
You know, I'm excited. He's great. I'm excited to see him do it again
Yeah.
in this movie in Infinity War. I just pray it doesn't suck, because if it does, then they're gonna have a lot of problems.
Yeah. And then don't they want to get rid of Spider-Man after Homecoming 2 or something?
I think so.
Yeah, they want to I read somewhere that
Depending on how much money the movie
Yeah.
makes.
I think that was a rumor, but it turned out to be fake or something. I'm not sure.
really?
Maybe.
Because I think
I thought I
Sony-
heard it somewhere.
Sony want to make their own Spider universe.
No, don't do it, Sony. It's not worth it.
I mean, think about it. They've already got the Black Cat movie and the Venom movie.
Who's gonna go see a Black Cat movie?
Yeah, they got those 2 movies without a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Uh,
What are they gonna do? Put Andrew Garfield in them?
It could work, but it won't.
And if
I don't want it to work.
You
I
don't
want
want it
Marvel to keep them.
yeah,
to. True.
I want Sony to fail indefinitely.
yeah, and then
Unless they want to hire me. In that way, I hope Sony prevails.
Hire me, Sony.
I love Sony!
Yeah.
No,
Do you
Sony
think
sucks.
Spider-Man: Homecoming is going to be the MCU's? I was going to say first critical failure, but then I guess Iron Fist is.
yeah,
I don't think it's gonna be bad, necessarily. I don't think Spider-Man: Homecoming is gonna be a bad movie. I'm worried that it'll be underwhelming and disappointing and be like every other Marvel movie.
yeah.
Every
That
other
they're not
Marvel
gonna
movie.
take a lot of risks.
I want Marvel to take.
Oh yeah, they're not going
risks,
to
yeah.
take any risks
No,
with
not
this
with
film.
Spider-Man.
They're not.
But the thing is, though, Spider-Man: Homecoming looks like it's catering to the typical Disney formula. You know,
Yes.
you got your your main character, then you got the female character who's a different who's they're trying to make as a powerful
Damsel in
character.
distress. Oh,
Well, no, they're trying to make
Yeah.
them. Disney now trying to make a lot of female characters as powerful characters to combat that whole damsel in distress thing.
true.
That's why Star Wars we're seeing so many female leads now.
And Kathleen Kennedy just loves her female leads.
I mean, you got Rey, you got Jin, and in the new Star Wars Battlefront game.
The pilot.
Yeah.
chick. What's her face?
Oh, I don't know her name.
These nuts.
The brand new character. What's her face? You know they have a Star Wars character named Click Clack?
Really?
What?
I'm not even joking. There's a Star Wars character that was in Star Wars Rebels, and his name was Click Clack.
Really?
Oh,
Yes.
no.
Wow. I haven't watched Rebels at all.
Brilliant.
Because it sucks.
Yeah,
Actually, my friend watches it and he loves it. So
I used to love the Clone Wars when I was little. The show.
The Clone Wars is an amazing
Yeah.
show.
It used to be on every Saturday morning here in Australia, and I used to watch it. And then they took it off.
Because Disney bought it, and they're like, "You're done."
Well, they took it off after the first
Have you watched-
season in Australia.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, and
Oh.
then they had like 2 seasons where there was I think one or 2 seasons where it wasn't shown on TV at all, and the only way I could get it was get the DVDs.
Mhm.
And back then, those DVDs were expensive. They were about $60.
jeez.
Wow.
So I kind of
And that's
just
Australian dollars too.
yeah. So that's like I don't know, 80, 90 US dollars.
Jeez.
So I
Disgusting.
and for a I don't know 11-year-old kid, that is a lot of money.
That's a lot of money for a 17-year-old kid, as in me right
Yeah.
now.
I mean,
It's a lot of gas.
yeah. So you drive then, obviously.
I do indeed drive.
I just got my license.
Yes.
Even though I could have gotten it when I was 16. I got it a few weeks ago.
Nice.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I only gone for one drive. But I had a few friends and they just say gas is so expensive these days.
It really is.
Yeah, let's get off the topic of petrol and gas prices.
Let's get back to our
What were we
Brickfilms.
talking about? This is a Brickfilm podcast, yes?
Yeah. We got off topic a lot.
Alright. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
did. Speaking of Brickfilms, what is our next topic, Mr. Barbecue Man?
This
Barbecue man.
this one was asked by Lego Elephant Studios or Elephant Productions, one of the two. Or like not.
The dank
Oh,
meme
love
lord.
him.
And he asked, "Can brick films be good without any action involved?"
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean,
There's so many comedy stuff.
oh yeah. One of my favorite brick films of all time, Clone Training Center. That has no action in it
Oh
at
god. Clone Training. I remember watching that and I was like, wow.
all. Yeah. We reviewed that on our first episode, actually.
It doesn't have to be comedy as well.
Yeah.
It can be just, I guess, serious stories.
Of
But
course.
then you got to be like really good with the plot.
Story, yeah.
Mhm.
Because I think, then again, the audience are mostly kids, so they want to see action. They don't want to see.
That's true.
They don't want to see.
The
A lot of
younger.
my analytics say that my audience is actually
Over 65?
no, it's
Damn.
30.
I'm the only
40.
one.
Really?
For some reason, it's over 65.
That makes absolutely no sense.
It doesn't.
Maybe like grandparents looking for something for their kids. I don't know. Well, is Jonathan in?
Maybe it's just kids just hopping onto their parents' accounts who are like over 65 or something.
Yeah, like, oh,
Yep.
I'm checking my age.
Or make a fake account.
But yeah, you also have to kids don't really always have YouTube accounts.
Yeah, true.
I think that's one of the reasons why sometimes the views and comments to like ratios are kind of always the likes and comments are always a little bit lower
Okay.
because
Yeah.
a lot of
YouTube's
kids
messed
are
up
watching
Yeah.
it and they don't have accounts.
Well, my audience is 18 to 24 years, apparently.
Okay.
That's the largest audience.
hmm
And I've got 3.2% of my audience are 65 plus.
Wow.
Great.
So, yeah, I don't know who's watching them, but
Kind of.
obviously there's some grandparents out
It's
there
probably
that...
Clive Palmer.
Oh no. Oh, rip Clive Palmer's party.
What happened to his party?
Palmer United, he disbanded it
When?
a few days ago.
Aw.
But he's still building Titanic
So-
too.
He's no... Does that mean he's not going to be our Prime Minister?
No, he won't.
I'm sad.
Yeah. I mean, we all love his Twitter account.
Yeah, we do.
I'm confused. Who are we talking about?
Okay,
It's the thing I check before I go to bed.
there's this Australian politician called Clive Palmer, and
Oh, okay.
he
Love him.
is just he's eccentric. He's like almost crazy. He just on his Twitter account, he's just putting on what is it? Poems. Really weird.
Oh, wait. I know who you're talking about. I think Tom told me about this guy once.
Yeah, and he's got his own dinosaur park, and he's building this a replica of the Titanic and all that.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a billionaire, but he's just crazy.
What a weird man.
Yeah, And don't get me started on all the other Australian politicians like Pauline Hanson and Malcolm Roberts. Just don't get me started on them.
What a bunch of crazy folks.
Yeah.
But yes, Brickfilms can be good without action.
Yeah. Some great dialogue driven Brick films out there that I've seen. And it's just more the story that's really captivating. And one of the Brick films we'll be reviewing later are actually just dialogue, pretty much. It's the Harry Potter one.
Yes.
And that was mainly dialogue, and that's really good. So
Yeah.
I don't know if we can talk too much about this because it's a very closed answer, I guess.
Yeah, there's not much to say. But yeah, they can be good.
So I guess because we're 40 minutes in. So
Hello.
yeah, we better wrap up the topic chats. So yes, in short, Brick films can be good without action, just as long as they got a good story.
Yes.
So now, on to our first ever creator spotlight with Hux.
Hello!
So, for those of you who don't know, Hux does a lot of recreations from movies and trailers. And he just recently did a recreation of the final Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 trailer.
Yes.
And so, would you like to talk about that now?
Yeah, sure, I'll talk about that trailer. It was posted April 4th.
Okay.
It came out 3 weeks after the trailer. So it took around 3 weeks to make.
Okay.
That video, I used all the new Guardian sets.
Oh, yeah.
I spent a lot of time on the sets and and the colors, especially to make sure all the colors were correct in all the backgrounds.
Yeah.
Looks pretty accurate.
Yeah, it was really good. The mini models that
Mostly
used as well.
The which
the
ones?
mini models, especially for the opening shot.
Yes.
Yeah, that was.
I spent a lot of time on that one.
Oh yeah. The coloring.
And majority, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically, I did that
for the guns.
I did indeed make the trailer for James Gunn.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
He's a very sweet friend.
Oh yeah, you're his best friend apparently.
Of course.
Yeah.
But yeah. So basically, I made the trailer, and for those of you who don't know, we have a nice Twitter relationship where he tweets my stuff out, and so we just did that. I did that, and then did you guys see that it was on the Lego stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
You know.
Okay, I'll explain that a little bit. So basically, while like halfway through making the trailer, I got an email from Lego, and they were like, "Hey, we want to post your Guardians trailer, like the first one."
Alright.
And I was like, okay, you can
do
definitely do that if you want to, but if you want to wait a couple weeks, I'm doing the new trailer, and I'm using all the new sets and stuff. So if you want to wait,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that is really cool.
and then
smart. That's a smart move.
And then the lady was like, "Okay, yep, we're waiting. Perfect. Send it to us when you're done." So I sent it to them, and then a week later, they got it, and they posted it on their Facebook and their YouTube page.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure it's got quite. For some reason, Facebook, you get a lot of views on Facebook.
Yeah.
You do.
But I don't understand it really. But you get your views on Facebook, and it got a lot of views there, and on their Instagram. Because when I did the Belko trailer too, it got like 400,000 views on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. But yeah, so I did it for Lego 2, and they were really cool, and they recently just saw my they commented on my Star Wars trailer.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, hey, hire me if you want.
Yeah.
Send me some sets. No, yeah, but it's super cool. Yeah, I love the trailer. I only put a couple custom figures in there.
Okay.
I do for some I paint some of my minifigures.
Okay.
Like the Star-Lord red jacket, like in the where he's got the spacesuit and the jetpack and the red. I painted the background of the official grave.
Okay.
To make it red. And then I painted Aisha's
I noticed
chess
that.
piece. But I tried to steer clear from that because Lego wanted to use it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so
Yeah, boy.
One of my favorite shots.
yeah, it's fun.
One of my favorite shots in the trailer was when the a ship was flying and chasing I forgot who it was and I think it was Gamora, yeah. And
That looked
yeah,
good.
like the bricks coming up to show the explosions in the ground. That was really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I knew I had to do the ship and the stuff practical, but I think it was 4 or 5 shots, that little increment. Basically I animated Gamora, and I used a regular 2x2 brick, and then I used the slope, and then a brick under that, and then took it down. And because it was supposed to emulate lasers hitting the ground and like poof.
Yeah.
You know. So I did that, and then in post I added the lasers, and I added the ship in the background, and I changed the colors of the sky. And I changed a lot of the camera movements too. But yeah. Like we were saying before, you know, practical effects, I could have easily done like the explosion bits of the ground in post, but it just looks a lot better when you do it practically. Like that. So, but yeah, that was a lot of fun, and a lot of the shots where they're in the really colorful place.
Yeah.
Some of those were hard to do, some were easy.
Like
a lot of them had, yeah.
Throne room of a whatever her name is. I can't pronounce it.
The throne room. That wasn't too hard. But what I'm talking about is like when they're on like the weird mishmash colors where they're all fighting and stuff, like the group shot colors.
Yeah.
I basically took 2 green base plates and covered them in different colors, studs and other stuff.
Wow.
Okay.
And there were a lot of stuff where you had to move the backgrounds too, like the shot where Gamora does the superhero landing.
Superhero landing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but no, yeah. I'd say that video was definitely my
Your
best
best.
work.
Oh,
Yeah, like I spent a lot of time on the sets and animation to make sure everything was just right.
So how much time did you spend, like, let's say, a day on this?
On the Guardians.
Yeah, on the Guardians one.
If so I spend the way I do on weekends. I'd say I have an 8-hour day of animation, right?
Wow.
And then I edit. I try to edit as much as I can, and then the next day, editing takes a lot of time. So I like to animate a lot. So during the school week, whenever I have downtime, I can edit a shot or do something.
Oh, okay.
And it can be it's kind of hard with school going around.
Yeah.
That's why I've been doing a lot of recreations, because I don't have to worry about too much editing. But over the summer, like, I'm gonna do a bunch of original stuff.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. So over the school year, I did that, and you know, it really depends, because like the Star Wars I just did, that took me like a day. Like,
How did you get it done in a day?
I
want to know your secrets.
Well, I was
Then
lazy.
again. Oh.
As a lot of people
No.
pointed out, the lightsaber shot where she's on the cliff, she's not moving. I completely own that. Like, I know it's bad. Like, I think the shot looks fine. I mean, it would have looked better with her moving, but I'm like, it doesn't bother me too much.
So you made the what's it called? The blade part of it.
Yeah, the
move.
blade just moves. If you look back on it, it's lazy,
Just
but
rotates.
yeah. So the thing with that trailer is it's not a lot of animation.
Yeah, the Star Wars one didn't have too much.
How many shots are there? Like 15 or something?
It was like 22 shots, and it wasn't a lot of animation. It was a lot of static shots, so I think it was 8 hours of animation, like, straight to get the whole thing done. And then, so I started, like, the minute after the trailer dropped, I started, and I completely finished it. So it dropped, like, at 11 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
No, it was 8 a.m. It was 11
for
a.m.
us.
in, like...
Yeah.
For me, it was 8 a.m. in the morning, and I finished it 5 a.m. the next day.
Wow.
Splendid.
And then I sent it to the wonderful Sullivan Cinema
Oh,
to do the aspect ratio, and then he sent it back. And then I posted it.
yeah. Okay, it was really good, actually. I really enjoyed that one, too.
If I would have spent more time on it, it probably could be better. But the thing was, the trailer alone, the trailer isn't, like, too wonderful.
Nah, it was a very...
And...
Short.
Yeah.
It was very
And
short, and a lot of
meh.
people weren't really into it.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, I'll do a different trailer later on that'll be, like, really quality. Like, even a Star Wars trailer later down the line.
Yeah.
But I knew this one, I was like, I gotta get this done, and I know everyone's gonna do it.
5 hours after it was uploaded, there's like
Oh god, that one...
one guy just used PNGs and just stuck it everywhere, which
Yeah,
was
that was
interesting.
Oh, yeah, that one, yeah.
His editing was good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, his editing was pretty good. But,
For what he had.
yeah, PNGs...
Come on.
It was bad.
It didn't look good.
Yeah.
No.
I think...
But I'd say my favorite shots in the last Jedi trailer that I did were the one with Rey running with the lightsaber.
Oh, yeah. That was a good one, too.
I think that came out really good. I think
That looked nice.
The dog fight ones. I like the Kylo Ren too. That one came out good.
Mm.
The dog fight with the Millennium Falcon too.
Yeah.
Everything else is kind of. But yeah, I'm proud of it. I like it. Like I said, I was a little lazy with that one, but
So, I have a question. What are you working on next? Is it the Thor Ragnarok trailer?
Okay. No.
Oh, I thought you would have been doing it.
I would probably be halfway done with it if it wasn't for the lovely Lone Clone Productions.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What did he do?
Did you see his posts?
Yeah, he did.
I know he wanted to recreate it.
He wanted to, so on Instagram the morning the trailer was posted.
Oh yeah, he
posted a screen cap, and his caption was in all caps saying,
Don't
"I
do
claim
it,
this
Hux."
trailer. No one's allowed to do it." And at the very bottom he said, "I'm looking square into your soul at Huxley Berg Studios."
Yeah, I saw that one.
They're just
So I
blockheads. You could probably get
won't
away
be
with
doing
it.
that one. I'm probably gonna do the second Thor Ragnarok trailer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a custom Gladiator Hulk just to be like, oh hey, this could be except Lone Clone. I'm gonna have fun with him.
Yeah.
But I won't be doing the Ragnarok. I won't be doing the new Spider-Man trailer either because I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
There's no DC movies that I care about. That
I'd be pretty
they're just-
interested in
they're
seeing a
just-
Justice League trailer.
I'm
into
not.
Lego.
I'd only do if I was gonna do a Justice League video at all, which
Has
I'm
to be a good
probably
movie.
not. It would probably be a TV spot,
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
and it would probably have the actual sets,
Yeah.
All right.
because that's what I plan to do with Wonder Woman.
Oh, yeah. I think they've
I'll do a
spoiled the.
TV spot for her.
I think they've spoiled the ending to that movie in the
Yeah. Once I saw that the movie's gonna end in a giant monster fight because of the Lego set,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna see this movie.
Yeah. Reminds you.
You're
I'm
not gonna see it. Like at all?
No, I'm not. Well, I'll torrent it. I'm not gonna go to the theaters and waste my time, and I'm not gonna see Justice League in theaters either.
Oh, the
Oh,
trailer.
no.
I mean, it looks better than Batman vs Superman, but the characters, they haven't developed the
Okay,
characters.
but like, you can say anything looks better than Batman v Superman.
That's true.
True.
That's not really saying too much.
Except for
Like,
Suicide
oh,
Squad.
it looks better than Batman v Superman. I'm like, well,
True. But then again, the trailers do mislead you a lot, especially with DC.
yeah.
Suicide
and also
Squad.
Zack Snyder is
Yeah.
directing it.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, my favorite person.
But he directed Watchmen, and apparently that was pretty good too.
Yeah, whatever. His movies aren't good now.
Yeah. Have you seen? I just saw this thing where he's miming snapping Zod's neck or something.
Oh no.
I did see that
Yeah.
meme.
Yeah.
That was pretty solid.
Yeah. That was just. Yeah.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Yeah.
R.I.P. DC.
So, just one more question, Hux.
Yes.
Are there any tips you can give for anyone trying to do a recreation?
Me. Give some tips to me.
Show up on time.
Rip,
Remember
that's
your
not me.
lines and make sure to eat all of the free food. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, yeah.
But no, yeah. Just don't do anything I would do,
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
and definitely don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Oh, okay.
There's a little gray area,
Yeah. Would you
and that's where you operate.
Would you have considered doing the King Arthur trailer?
Hey!
Oh, I have not seen a King Arthur trailer.
Go and do it. I won't pay you, but do it.
That will be amazing to see as a recreation.
Oh, well, here, you guys can have an exclusive. Over the summer, I'm gonna compile, I'm gonna basically take a bunch of random friggin' movies, right?
Yeah.
And-
Nice.
That would never, ever be, like, recreated, right? And I'm gonna stuff a bunch of stuff into one mega trailer, and it's
Ooh.
gonna be, movie trailers recreated in Lego, and it's just gonna be a bunch of random movies.
You heard it right here.
Yeah, and it's gonna be, I'm gonna
You
say
better
like
not cancel
10 to
this.
15. Oh, of course not. No, I've already started editing and choosing my movies.
Oh.
There's gonna be 50 Shades Darker.
Oh
in
no.
there. You're gonna get some Pitch Perfect.
Oh.
You
You're
kill
gonna
me
get some
now.
Cool Cat Saves the Kids, if you've heard
Kill
of that.
me again.
Probably The Room a little bit.
that's all right.
Gonna put some Justice League in there.
Oh, yeah.
And a bunch of other, like, obscure movies that, like, people know about, but, like, you would be like, oh, why is there a Lego trailer for it?
Yeah. I know there was one time where I was just trying to find something to recreate. I just could not find anything at all. Just I wanted to do I wanted to do the trailer for Indiana Jones somehow because I had all the sets, but just thought it's too old, that movie.
Dang.
I wanted to do yeah.
Do Indiana Jones 5 when it starts
Yeah,
being
actually.
made or whatnot.
That's coming out a couple of years.
And scenes usually go pretty well on YouTube.
Yeah,
Scenes?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I mean,
thought it was
like,
just on the trailers.
I mean, I did the airport scene, and that's, granted, it's 17 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's a scene recreation, and it's got, I think it's either at not 3 million views right now, or it's gonna hit it, like, very soon. So, like, even classic movie scenes, like
Yeah.
an old classic Indiana Jones scene would work.
Yeah.
What about TV spots? How do they go on YouTube?
TV spots for me have been kind of lackluster. I know other people have had better success with them.
Hmm.
But a good TV spot I did the Civil War TV slots, and they got around 100,000, around that. But I did a Suicide Squad and a Logan one, and they cracked around 40,000. So.
Why did you do Suicide Squad, mate?
Why? Because I was excited for Suicide
We
Squad.
all were. We all were.
I think the hardest,
That's true.
the hardest part about seeing Suicide Squad and knowing how bad it was because I genuinely wanted it to be good.
Yeah, I think we all
I
did.
think we all did.
Like, I think a lot of people didn't want Batman v Superman to be good so we can make fun of it, but we all had hope for Suicide
Yeah.
Squad.
I thought it was going to be a masterpiece. I walked into the theater and I was like, whoa, that was completely different than what
Yeah.
I was expecting.
Yeah, yeah. That was just let's just leave
Grab a
Suicide
carrot,
Squad in the
shoot.
past.
Yeah.
But I am actually considering doing after I work on I finish my project. Considering doing a recreation of the Rogue One Darth Vader scene, but then straight away going right into the opening scene of A New Hope, just putting them together as a recreation.
Mm-hmm.
Something I'm considering doing, but you know that because everyone's done the Rogue One Darth Vader one, I'll do something a bit different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know Sullivan Cinema's doing that
Yeah,
right now.
yeah,
His Darth Vader scene. I've seen a lot of it, and it's very, very good.
yeah.
So, but yeah, that sounds kind of interesting. I like that.
What's happening?
think there's a video like that, maybe. I saw something that had a Rogue One thing, but I think it was a parody.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, the Darth Vader scene's pretty classic.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't
Sullivan
do much
Cinema.
for the story, but it was just
It was a good action
Yeah.
scene in a pretty okay movie.
yeah. I think
I'm gonna rewatch
I
it
mean-
and see if I can make a better opinion on, because it's okay.
I personally found Rogue One
It's
better than
okay.
The Force Awakens. My opinion.
So here's my thing. Force Awakens has a great first two acts and a very lackluster third act,
Yeah,
and Rogue One has a very lackluster first two acts and a great third act.
yeah,
If they could put both of those together, they could make a great movie.
yeah. The movie I am worried about for is the Han Solo film.
Ooh, I'm not worried.
It's just gonna be comedy.
Yeah.
It's the Lego Movie 22 Jump Street people.
Yeah,
I'm not expecting perfection. I don't care. Like, I don't need to know everything about Han Solo. It doesn't matter to me.
yeah. But they are announcing the next Star Wars anthology film this summer, I
Ben
think.
Kenobi.
Well, it'd be winter for us, but summer for you.
Yeah.
It better be. It better be.
Here's the thing. They
True.
can't do anything, though. Because they just did the twin sons in Rebels.
Yeah, they
Source
did.
material, I guess.
Like, what would they make a movie about?
I was thinking. He was like alone.
He spends 20 years as a hermit.
True, but there are all these theories,
These
Razor Kenobi and things like that. So maybe, Ben Kenobi was
Who knows?
getting up to things in the
If they can throw Ahsoka Tano in there, I'd go see it.
yeah.
You know?
But
What I always wanted was
no,
a
that's
Western Obi-Wan versus Darth Maul movie,
yeah,
Well, they can, but it just wouldn't
and
make.
but that
I mean,
they can't do that now.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
sense, yeah,
It's just dumb because the Rebels is canon,
yeah.
and it's like, why did you do this?
I just don't like the characters in Rebels at all. I mean, it'd be an interesting idea if it was more of the Clone Wars. You got the soldiers story rather than just a group of kids, pretty much.
Yeah,
I guess they are appealing to
Kids.
that target demographic of kids.
no, yeah, but Star Wars the Twin Sons episode in particular, I enjoyed the last 6 minutes, and the rest of the episode I
Yikes.
was completely checked out. Like, it didn't matter.
Yeah,
Because they only devoted like 6 minutes to this huge Obi-Wan versus Darth Maul.
yeah,
And I like that. I understand the whole samurai death. it's fine, but we could have gotten a whole episode about them just meeting and just a lot of tension
Yeah.
and stuff.
Thriller.
Waiting and patience. It could have been like a really cool thriller, almost.
But it's Rebels. It's for kids.
But instead, it's like Ezra Miller, and he's like, "I'm gonna find Obi-Wan," and I'm like, I'm just like, "Shut up."
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So we got off topic again.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I think we move on to our brick films, I guess.
Not me.
Yes, please.
So, does anyone want to go first with their brick films, their plans?
I think I've talked enough about my channel and such.
But didn't you say you're going to do some original stuff, or
Yes.
is that more you want to keep that bit secret for now?
Well, you see, the thing is, I only have 2 months of summer, so I have a lot of ideas, and I have them on paper, and I've started writing scripts for a bunch of stuff. But I don't want to say I'm doing something and then it doesn't happen necessarily.
Yeah, that was like me. I had 4 months off between high school and university, and I said, okay, I'm going to get as much out as I can. And I got nothing out in that 4 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because last summer I said I was going to do the airport scene, get that done, and then I was going to do a first-person shooters Lego stop motion, and I was going to do a bunch of other stuff, and I didn't even finish the airport scene during the summer.
Wow.
But I'll have a ones that I can definitely say I'll be doing. I'll have a original. It'll be like a spy thing.
Okay.
It's not like traditional spy. It's more underground. That will be more mature.
Okay, yeah.
When I say more mature, I'm gonna have
swearing,
like, blood violence.
Okay.
And a little bit of swearing, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking for my next one too. Doing,
Because I wanna make a mature thing, and then that, and I'm also doing an original Transformers thing.
Okay, that'll be interesting,
which
really.
Will be. Yeah, because a lot of the Transformers movies suck, but like I'm gonna do something original, and as original as you can do, but I'm gonna do something. It's gonna be basically my own thing. So, and I'm gonna try to get the guy that does the Honest Trailer voice to voice Optimus Prime for me.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be doing that. I might do a Star Wars thing.
Lego.
And I might do a Lego Batman thing.
Okay.
Because I have a lot of the sets and I want to use them.
Yeah.
And then, of course, trailers. But
Good
alongside the Lego stuff, I will be doing live action stuff.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
Oh.
I'm actually shooting a live action thing this weekend.
Okay. Wow.
So, and it's more of a short film kind of thing. It's not long, but I'm doing that because for college, I want to do film.
I want to be the very best, like no king was before.
As much variety as I can get.
Yeah.
Yes.
I haven't done live action in years. I think last time I did a live action film was for English in Year 9, and that did not go well.
Oh yeah. I do a lot of stuff for my school, so it's not really like something that I don't know how to do. My school has me do lots of stuff for them.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I know. We had to do a condensed version of you know how Brotherhood Workshop did like the Hobbit in 90 seconds and all that.
Yes.
We had to do stuff like that in Year 9 for this book we were doing, and we got chapters. Each group got assigned to these chapters. We're doing Z for Zachariah.
Oh.
I don't know if you've heard of that book. It was made into a movie
I'm seeing it
ago
now
with Margot Robbie in it. Yeah.
Well, then it must be good.
Yeah. The book was interesting. At the time, I didn't like it, but looking back now, it's actually an interesting story about some post-apocalyptic nuclear world and all that. And
Okay.
we got the most boring chapters in the book. I'm telling you, we got the most boring ones in the book, and somehow we made it into this massive comedy fest, entertaining thing that was more entertaining than any other groups, but
no.
we ended up getting a D for it because it did not convey the story at all.
But it's artistic liberty.
Yeah. And our teacher said, just stop it right there. They even had time to make bloopers. So yeah, that's the last time I did live action.
Good.
But yeah,
Good.
so yeah, like
Good
I said,
and
I'll be
good.
doing live action stuff alongside my Lego stuff. So hopefully some people watch it and they don't unsubscribe and hate me right away.
Barbecue Brickfilms.
That's my life. And moving on to
It's Barbecue Brickfilms.
someone else to talk about their
Must-
channels, because I've talked about myself for too long.
Yeah,
Mr. Barbecue
You can
Brickfilms.
talk about your.
I guess
your
I
film.
can. Yeah, I can talk. I guess.
That's true.
So.
Yes, you can talk. That's physically something you can do.
Yeah, I'd be worried if I couldn't. So
I'm glad we got that out of the way.
yeah, so I don't know how many of you know, but I just released episode 2 of Heroes of the 501st. So I got 4 episodes to go. I'm hoping to have episode 3 out by mid to late May, probably. Hopefully about a month from now.
Oh, okay.
But in between, I am planning to do a kind of fun little video that is kind of a meet the heroes of the 501st kind of thing, just developing their characters a bit more.
Okay.
And probably after, I release the episode 3, and in between, I want to release a few tutorials for people trying to get into brick filming. Just a kind of really
that's
good like tutorials that
Good
for
memes.
people beginning or trying to make their brick films better, things like that in between.
Oh yes.
Yeah, lots of Clive Palmer ones. And then after that, I'm probably going to be working on a Batman film. More of a mature one, kind of my own take on how I would want to see a Batman, more realistic Batman, but still that comic book kind of style. I probably
Still has some comic book charm.
yeah, more of the mature, blood, swearing probably. But not over the top. But still, I do want to work on something very visually, cinematic. Sorry, lots of cool effects. Something I've never done before in a Batman style. So that's probably what I'll be working on after Heroes of the 501st.
Cool.
So Ethan, onto you, I guess. Ethan, you there?
And that's ETR, everybody.
Yeah. So, yes, Ethan's off for a bit.
Okay.
So,
But yeah, so you're going to be doing your Batman 501st.
yeah.
I saw the second episode one just recently.
Yeah, I was having a bit of problems
yesterday.
with that, actually. The editing, actually.
Yeah.
What happened was every time I would go into Premiere...
Ethan's back.
Yeah, he's back. Yeah, so every time I go into Premiere, and to put the clips together, what would happen is that whenever I attach the clips to it, it would just suddenly jump around so that there were frames in between each other. It was really weird. So I had to put
Nice.
spaces in between the clips, or otherwise it would just mess it all up. And I've got some people saying fix the black spots and all that, but that's the best I could do. I mean, I fixed got the problem dealt with now, but a bit too late.
Was it
Yeah.
your choice to record all the lines yourself?
Originally I was going to
curious.
get some people. I mean, in the first episode, I got Alex from Lone Clone Productions to voice the Admiral, and I chose to voice the clones myself because all the clones sound the same.
Okay.
That was the idea. All the clones sound the same, and they got that.
All the droids sound the same.
Yeah, and the battle droids sound the same. All I had to do was put on
Plot
an
twist, they're the same person.
American accent. And the general, I was looking for someone, but I couldn't find anyone, so I just, did an imitation of those generals from Star Wars, the Phantom Menace. Just did an imitation of those guys as a general.
Okay.
Rip memes.
So, Ethan, onto your films.
Alright. So, as we speak, I'm currently getting the last shots done for my Guardians of the Galaxy TV spot recreation.
Wow. So when do you want that to be out?
I want it to be out tomorrow. I'm not sure if I will, however.
Oh, yeah.
How much you got left?
I've got 3 shots left to go. Actually.
What are the shots?
And they're all involving Baby Groot, and I swear Baby Groot's like one of the hardest figures to animate. Did you have problems?
Really? You had a hard time with him?
Oh, it wasn't too hard. It's just like he's very small, and so it's just hard to control. And he doesn't have many limbs, so you can't do a lot of movements with him. You just have to move his body.
Yeah, for the shot where he clicks the amplifier. A lot of that was editing. So I had to.
I noticed that. That looks great, by the way.
Thank you.
How'd you move his arms? Did you just mask them out and then?
Yeah, I just masked him out and created a new layer.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to do everything in visual effects and just instead of
because sometimes
animating
Yeah, especially with that Baby Groot minifigure where he only has a stud and you can only slide him.
Yeah.
Another problem I have with Baby Groot is that there's one shot where he's extreme close up on his face.
Yeah.
And he's yelling. And if I have to zoom in in post because my camera won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, focus on him, and then first of all the quality gets less and less. But then again, it's a 4K camera, so that's all right. But there's a billion specs on the characters.
Oh.
So for every frame that he moves, I'm painting out most of the specs on him, so it looks kind of unrealistic. Hopefully it's not too bad.
Yeah. I know the best way to zoom in though is you have to get a special lens. I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Like a telephoto lens or something. But the thing is, those things are so expensive.
And it's not worth it just for a couple of shots. I mean, it could look better, but when you're just a high school student, you don't really have the option to get something that expensive.
Yeah,
Just
so what are you working on after the trailer?
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not sure.
Okay. Because
maybe Deadpool 2.
you have to.
That's what I just need to think of.
If you don't do it, I'll do it.
All right. I kind of have to though, because Gabe from Gabriel Films sent me down a Deadpool minifigure for my birthday, so I kind of have to use it somehow. And it's probably the best way.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, Deadpool 2. It would be really cool to see. The second one. You could make it kind of like a series, but not one where you're always working on. Just.
I don't know. I gotta figure that out.
Yeah.
Somehow.
You have a script for it?
I have a script. I have a draft. And I actually sent that to my Deadpool voice actor. So he already did the lines, and then I'm thinking, hang on, this script doesn't work. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna get out of this one.
Wow.
Just resend him.
Yeah, you could just say you've made changes. I don't know.
Yeah. I've just made some
Hopefully
major
he's watching
changes.
back at home and he's like, you know what? Ethan, I will do the new lines for you.
Or maybe he's gonna go, no, screw you, I'm never voicing for you again. There you go.
Well, that's not positive thinking.
Yeah.
Well, I am a very negative person.
You're the glass half
Or
empty kind of
unpositive.
guy.
Well, yeah, I mean, this alcohol that I'm drinking right now at this pub
Yeah.
isn't helping.
Yeah, we forgot to mention to everyone that Hux had to fly all the way to Australia to record in a pub in the outback, you know?
It was very expensive.
Yeah. I mean,
It was worth it, though.
yeah. I mean,
Because now he gets
This
free
pub
koalas.
tastes great.
yeah.
The pub tastes. I'm actually eating the walls of the pub right now.
Yeah, they starve us here.
It's like Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah, gingerbread house. I mean,
Except
Yes.
it's made out of,
Except it's made out of alcohol and sorrow.
yeah.
yeah.
Ethan, he sent me a message just earlier saying, yeah, I'm at King's Cross now. And I said, what are you talking about? We've been kicked out of the apartment. So it's,
I had to call up my friend to bring a kangaroo over so I could get to the pub in time.
yeah. Got kicked out because
It doesn't get more Australian than that.
yeah. Got kicked out because
Damn Australia.
Jonathan kept sending us his needles from Guam.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That bastard.
That's why you don't listen to the Blockheads podcast.
They support us. We support them, I guess.
Yeah, sure, that's what they want to think.
Yeah. So onwards to the reviews, I guess.
Yes.
So we got
Oh, yeah.
3.
If I drop out for some reason, it's not because I don't love you, it's because I'm getting kidnapped by, my last taxi driver.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Just to let you know.
So the first Brickfilm we'll be doing
Which one are we going to talk about first?
is the Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix one. I think. Yeah.
Yes.
So this one was by an animator called GearToss13, and
Mm-hmm.
his channel's mainly Harry Potter Brickfilms, and it stands out from any other Brickfilm I've seen because it's the first time I've seen someone try and adapt the whole Harry Potter book into a Brickfilm.
Is it the book
Is that
or the
what
movie?
it is?
Well, it's the first.
I don't like Harry Potter, so I don't know about it. Really.
Savage.
Yeah, I've read the book a few times, so I can kind of tell it's more the book than the movie, and just as a to see if it actually was true to the book, I got out the book and read along while watching it, and it is true to every piece of dialogue. Almost. I think there are a few changes. And the actional.
Does he go through the whole book in that 15 minutes?
Oh no, this is only part 1, and he
the
hasn't done
first
any
chapter.
other parts.
Okay.
But he's done
See, that's what I was confused about.
yeah, but he's done the Half-Blood Prince all done in parts. He did that. And
Was this recently posted?
This was
I didn't check.
August 7, 2014, so it's an older Brickfilm.
Okay.
But it's really good, and I just think he should have continued. The visual effects were really good.
Yeah, okay. He it's very subtle, but his visual effects with even just the people.
Yeah,
Like he has eyebrows move, the
Majestical.
eyes.
yeah,
And I've tried to do some of that kind of stuff in my own, and it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And he just goes straight for it, and it's great.
yeah.
Indeed.
And the sets
Yeah, it
are
works
really good
great.
too. I like the outside of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the voice acting is really good too.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
That is true.
Yeah, and I don't think any of them are animators. I don't think Brickfilmers, apart from GearToss.
Wait, let me just see the
The
description.
description they're all names.
Yeah.
Wolf Animations, I think.
Oh, Wolf Animations. He's one of the animators. He's done some good Ninja Turtles animations in the past. My computer's being slow because I'm running After Effects, Premiere, and every other program in the universe right now.
Yeah. And Darren worked on it too.
He did.
Yeah. So that's so it's pretty cool video. Really, just it's true to the book. So if you're a fan of Harry Potter that really likes the books but not much of a fan of the movie, check this out. The only problem is that he didn't do more of them. I mean, I wanted to see the whole book recreated, but that probably a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
I'd love to see someone do the whole series of Harry Potter the books, but
What about a whole movie into Lego?
didn't we talk about this last time? Yeah.
Oh, Ethan.
I'm going to kill myself at this rate.
Yeah. So, I really did like the, obviously the writing was already established, by the book, but the sound effects as well I really liked, like when the swing is swinging and the whole, it was just the way it was balanced and the lines, the way they were delivered, it really did feel like a professional production.
Yes.
The description just loaded for me. GMA73 is in there as well.
Okay.
You know him?
I think I've come across the name before. I can't.
He's done Daredevil, who is nearly done his Daredevil series actually.
Okay.
He did a great Civil War trailer.
He's done some great trailers under Lego that have been noticed like twice by Robert Downey Jr.
Oh
I
wow.
think.
Yeah. And who was it that got noticed by Hugh Jackman?
That was the Brick Ranger,
Oh yeah.
I believe.
And then we got Hux, noticed by James Gunn.
Yeah, by everyone. Just in Lego. There you go.
Yeah. And Ethan, what about the Dunkirk trailer, eh?
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not.
Oh,
I can't.
maybe if the second one comes
How
out.
come?
No, I still don't have time to do it. I mean, I thought I would have got this Guardians of the Galaxy TV spot done in like a couple of days or like just 1 week, but it's taken me like a month.
Mm.
So, no.
No. Because you're going to be noticed by Christopher Nolan, I guess.
Or Harry Styles.
A trailer that isn't really a superhero one that I've been thinking about.
The Belko
The-
experiment.
No, not that one.
That was a good one.
That was that was a thrill ride.
You didn't.
James Gunn DM'd me and asked me when it was going to be made.
Oh my
Really?
god.
What?
When it was going to be posted.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Because because I posted it the week before the movie came out, but he was like, "Is it going to be up? Because it'd be great timing with the movie's release."
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
And
Hasn't
I
come out in
finished it that
Australia
same
yet.
night.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty.
But yeah, so I can DM him at any time and he'll see it.
DM him so he can see my recreation. Just get just a bit of guns, One more.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Longclaw will make a video for you, Ethan, after.
Oh, what's he gonna do?
No, if you get the guns,
Oh,
he'll
brilliant.
make a video like he did for Hux.
The
He
gun
can't
money.
make memes out of me. Only I can.
That's a way to look at life.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, back to Harry Potter. Yeah. So,
Oh my god.
well, I think probably I really like the lighting as well. In the scene with the Dementor in the alleyway, I really like the lighting there.
That is pretty lit.
Yeah.
I just like the lighting in general, to be honest. It's
Yeah.
great, and the cinematography
Yeah.
is
There's a lot of camera movement,
Like
which is
when
nice.
Harry,
Oh, bless me.
bless you.
Yeah.
When Harry gets punched, the whole thing, goes out of focus and sways, and you kind of, that's a really cool shot too.
Yeah.
Is my computer really loud? I'm sorry if it is.
I thought that was my computer.
Probably mine. I'll mute my mic for 1 second.
Okay. So I really think that you guys should check out this video. If you're a fan of Harry Potter, it's just really well adapted.
Link will
Yeah.
be in the description.
Or not. Yeah, probably will.
Oh, it's my computer making that noise.
Wait, it
Yeah.
is? Oh, well there you go.
Maybe yours. Mine's making noise on my side. Maybe it's making noise on your side too.
Well, it's probably both.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
So next video we'll be reviewing is KYLO Ren on set, Star Wars Episode 8: The Last Jedi Lego. This one
Yes.
by Onbeatman. Really great with visual effects. I think he's like one of the best visual effect people in brick filming. I think.
He is seriously underrated.
Yeah. I think he's worked with Fancy Pants a few times.
Yeah.
And so pretty much this video is a parody of a behind the scenes, but the characters are real characters. So Kylo Ren is a real character, and Rey's a real character, and it's done like a behind the scenes video for the movie. And they got Ryan Johnson, not the real Ryan Johnson, but they got someone voicing him, and it's really well done. Especially the visual effects, like Kylo's lightsaber, and the animation. It's good. It's funny because it's over exaggerated, a lot of it.
Yeah, but it's still great.
Yeah, and also the mouth animations in it.
Yes.
So much work has gone into it, and the voice actors as well. I really like.
Yes.
I really like the
It's
person
great.
who played Rey. I don't know. Do they have the credits of who played him?
I don't know.
So I'll just check their credits because they were really good. Actors. No, they don't have the credits for who played them.
No?
No. So next brick film I'll be reviewing is the Spectacular Lego Spider-Man Season 2 Episode 9 by
Yes.
Paradox Pictures.
Mario.
So this one, if you don't know, it's been it's a part of a series by Paradox Pictures, and I wonder how long's the series been going for?
It's been going for a while.
Yeah, I thought so. Because
He's been doing these Spider-Man videos for quite a bit.
yeah, I've seen them around before, and this one just came out a couple of days ago.
Yes.
Wow, he's been going. First episode 3 years ago,
Wow.
May 10th, 2013, almost 4 years ago.
That's dedication.
Yeah, and well, he did take a break. I think he did a lot of Batman videos in between, and Wolverine. Yeah, but this one,
Still.
yeah. So this video, if you don't know, it's the 9th episode of the 2nd season. So the story is pretty much Spider-Man has lost his powers, I think, or
Yeah, it's a comic book story.
yeah.
It's an adaptation.
Yeah, I've heard the title before. Are all the episodes adaptations, or?
I don't think they're all adaptations. I think a couple of them are different.
Okay, because I really enjoyed the whole storyline of this. Like the way it was written was really well done.
Yes.
And also I really like the subtle effects that he used. There was one where he was standing, Peter Parker was standing in an alleyway, and he looks
And the
reflection
one?
of Spider-Man. Yeah,
That I love that.
yeah, it was just
gorgeous.
so subtle, but it worked. You know.
The pacing is the pacing is really good. Like we were talking before. Like, can a brick film be good without action? This one doesn't have a lot of that.
Yeah, it doesn't have much at all.
It's a lot of care. It's got action, but it's more character driven.
Yeah, and it
works really well.
Yeah, obviously the characters have been developed in past episodes, but
yeah,
and the voice actors as well are really good.
Yes.
I think the person who played J. Jonah Jameson just really.
He's great.
Yeah, who played him?
I don't know who that is, but I want his contact.
Yeah, Mick Whitefire28.
Okay.
They got the credits at the end of the video. It's just the whole season. It's one of the best Brickfilm series out there, I think, because it's just so in depth and just explores Spider-Man's story in a way we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Because I read I've started reading the Spider-Man the Ultimate Spider-Man series from the early mid 2000s.
Okay,
the comic book series, and this reminds me a lot of that series. I mean, it's probably,
definitely draws a lot of inspiration from
it. And I think he's already got characters like Kraven the Hunter and Doc Ock, I think, and the Sandman. He's got the characters already established, and it's just the world he's created for Spider-Man is just unlike anything I've seen in a Brickfilm before.
Yes.
So I guess if just check this video out, because check out the whole series actually, because it just it flows really well. I've watched it, and it's just really solid. It's something you don't see much in Brickfilms. A lot of them are just one-off.
Is it a part of the is it a part of the MBU thing? Do we know?
I'm not sure actually.
I don't think it is.
No, I don't think so, because does the MBU have the Spider-Man series already going?
I think so. But I don't know. That's why I was asking. I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm checking. Maybe. Yeah, there is a Spider-Man series already in the MBU.
Okay.
And it's by Palmer Animation, The Web of Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fewer people actually work on the Spider-Man series, but yeah. So are you a member of the MBU, or?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
They've never asked me.
Oh, yeah.
They don't like me.
Because there are a lot of members, aren't there?
I honestly lost track. After last year, I kind of knew about it quite a bit, but after a while, I completely lost track, and I have no idea who's a part of it at this point.
Yeah,
there's a lot of members.
Yeah, they've got their own wiki and everything, so.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's a pretty in-depth universe.
Oh yeah, it's good. This is good.
Yeah.
I honestly, I can't. I haven't watched a lot of the episodes because there's a lot in there. I watched the Iron Fist stuff.
Yeah, the Iron Fist is one of my favorites.
I'm not sure who does that. I
can't
remember.
Joe Blow 1777.
Joe Blow, yeah, he's great. He's great.
Jampot did some, and Lone Clone did some as well.
Jampot's great. He's like the headmaster of all that stuff. But yeah, anywho, back to the one where
Spectacular Spider-Man,
yeah, it's great.
Yeah, really the visual effects, subtle but really well done. One of my favorite shots in the whole episode is where Peter's in the taxi, and driving,
Yeah.
and just the lighting changes. It's just so subtle, but makes it look realistic.
Yeah.
And the sets as well. I mean, there was one shot of the city that was really cool. Forgot which part that was in, but I think that was when Spider-Man was swinging on his web. That was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
As well, because the city, you just see, the whole city. I think it was modeled 3D, was it? Or
Yeah, it's probably.
yeah, and it's really well written. And it's just a good, solid story.
Yes.
So, guess that's it for the reviews then.
Yeah, and it's Mario, yeah.
Yeah, Paradox Pictures. Yeah, Mario.
Yeah. You ever get the chance to really just talk to him? He's a really nice guy.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with too much of his work. But I've seen some of his stuff, like the Flash video I really liked,
Yeah.
and obviously his Spider-Man series. But yeah, he's a really good animator and underrated as well.
Mhm.
So I guess that's the episode. No,
Yeah. Do you do a thing where you choose the best one out of the 3? Is that a thing?
not really. We just kind of review them, go over what we like. Some of the things that we don't like.
Okay.
We were
Well, since
we were thinking of doing ratings as well, but we just thought, nah, it's just too messy.
yeah. Out of the 3, which one was your favorite?
Out of the 3, I would probably say the Spider-Man one was my favorite.
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Spider-Man is very new. It just came out this week.
It's
good stuff.
Yeah, one of my favorites out of the 3, simply because the story is just so in depth. I'm just a fan of in depth stories in brick filming. Something we don't see too often.
Yeah, you need more of them.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'd say so too.
Yeah.
I like this one, and the Kylo Ren one is freaking hilarious.
Yeah, that one.
And it's just very well done. So that was our show.
Yeah. Thank you, Hux, for joining us as our first guest.
That's me.
Yeah. So check him out if you haven't already.
Oh yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Hopefully you come back one day.
I love meeting new people in the brick film community that are nice.
Yeah.
Because this is the first time we've really talked.
Yeah. It's the first time we've had a guest on the show, so yeah.
And I've known Ethan since the beginning.
Yeah.
So yep, just bye kids.
Yeah.
Remember to drink your Pepsi.
Yeah.
And
check out Hux's Pepsi ad, Recreation.
Oh yes. Oh my god. I did that in a day.
Yeah. It was really good. Just
there's a couple shots that are really bad.
Just the whole
it's not meant to be good.
Yeah. The crowd though, is just all these like cameos of everyone there.
Yes, especially Donald Trump.
Yeah, John Lennon and all that.
John Lennon, yes.
Did you get that set, the submarine one?
I sure do.
Oh yeah, I got that. I just had to,
Oh yeah, I love the Beatles.
Yeah, my favorite band of all time. Yeah. So well, thank you again, Hux, and hopefully we'll have you on the show sometime soon in the future again.
Yes.
And thank you everyone for listening. If you're still listening.
Yes. Stay tuned for Ethan's Lego Guardians video. Yeah, that was a long outro.